What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of XRP. Right now we're sitting at about 27.5 cents, made a really strong move. And what I want to point out to you guys today is we are finally trading up above this 200-day moving average on the one-day chart. And we have not been up above that since about July 10th, 2019. So the fact that we have candles now that are closing and trading up above this 200-day moving average, in my opinion, is extremely significant. And that's a sign, guys, that the bulls potentially could even step in harder here and maybe even get us up to that 31 cent area that you can see this red resistance line at. This is going to be an area that we're really going to have a lot, or we're going to need a lot of strength to get up through and a lot of volume. As you can see, we consolidated here before right around this level. We've tested it before a couple times. You can see back in here we tested it over here. We had a lot of fight in this range, and a lot of times this consolidation even lasted 2-3 weeks. So it's a lot that we're going to have to bust up through, and what's going to have happen is increased volume, even more than we have coming in right now. But the fact we're up above our 20, our 40, our 50, and now our 200-day moving average on the one-day chart, that's a great thing for XRP, because guys, now the trend is up. As you can see, in the short term, we've been having higher highs and higher lows, and what we're trying to do is turn this into an intermediate term trend. The longer that this trend goes on, the more comfortable the bulls are going to be, and the more this trend is going to want to continue. Just how we had a 6-month downtrend with lower highs and lower lows that came in, now what we are trying to do is flip that trend and have higher highs and higher lows up above these moving average. Most of the time throughout this downtrend, we were below these moving averages, and you can see where they crossed right in here. Now the river's starting to point up, and we're getting some increased volume. The only thing that I don't like right now on the one-day chart is that the RSI is at 74, but we have to remember, in cryptocurrency, it can get so overextended. Just to give you an example here, last time we pushed up over here, and that was back in May. If we bring this up here, our RSI got up to around 82. And with it being around 82 and us being about 74 right now, I believe that we would have enough juice left in this RSI to get us up to that 30 cent range, 31 cent range, before we potentially have a slight pullback just to cool everything down and then continue the next move on. And what I would like to look at here in terms of the RSI, what I would pay a lot of attention to are the higher lows that are being held. So I would go from the bottom here and we'd bring it up, and this is the trend line that I want to see respected. So we can have pullbacks, we can have retracements, but I don't want to start dropping down and having trend line breaks through that RSI. And I also don't want to lose that 200-day moving average again, because now the fact that we're up above that and we're trading up above it, if I can zoom in here for you, right here, we're trading up above it. If we end up losing that, that would show that the bulls couldn't hold that level, and that would be a bearish sign. But the fact that we broke up through it on strong candles with significant volume, that's a really good thing for us, guys, and the trend is changing. So the trend is up. The next area that I would look at is around that 30 cents, 31 cents. Beyond that, if we're able to get up above that, because remember, old resistance, we want to break through it and then back test it, find support off it before we make that next move. So I would look to around that 31 cents. If we can break that, I would go up to around 33 cents we would need to get over top of. Then it'd be around 40 cents. And then ultimately up there around 47, we'll call it 50 cents with the wicks right up in this area that we've been to. But we have to remember, with XRP, when the pumps come, they can come extremely hard, just like you see over here. We were down around 27 cents. We went all the way up to 48 cents in the matter of about 3 days. So that's what can happen with XRP. It's one that I desperately and greatly enjoy to trade, because it moves so hard, so fast, and aggressively when it moves. As you can see back in here, extreme moves, even back to this area. Guys, if we take a look at this, we were basically sitting right at the area around this 24 cents before we took off from 24 cents all the way up to over $3 in the matter of 1 month. So XRP is kind of one of those things you need to have the coins in your possession once we start an uptrend like we're in now, because a lot of the times you can have these massive pumps and they'll come in overnight on you, and that just is what it is, guys. So like I said, me currently, I've been in XRP since 23 cents right now. I have a break-even stop at 23 cents, and I'm just going to continue to let this trend ride out. I want to be a part of this trend, and like I said, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out, then I look for the next opportunity. But right now, the farther that gets away from your stop loss, the better. And then once you really start making big moves, you can use a trailing stop loss and follow it up behind. Just like a move right here as we were going up, guys. We'll pretend this red is a trailing stop loss as the price is going up, and then what you do, you just take your stop loss and just keep moving it up. just like that, as the price goes up. And then if the price falls back down, you lock in your profits, and then you look for the next opportunity. That's what I like to look for. But I wanted to bring to you today the fact that we just did something. We had a candle close up above that 200-day moving average, and for me that is a significant thing because it has not happened for us in quite a while, all the way back to July when we were trading up above that 200-day moving average. So we need to hold this. We need to have continued volume. Next area I'm going to look at is around that 30 cents, and we'll see if we can hit that, guys. If you get something from this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I want to make them quick for you. Let me know what you think. Is XRP going to take off after getting over top of this 200-day moving average? And remember, everything's going to be predicated off Bitcoin as well. If Bitcoin takes a big dump, a lot of times XRP will, and vice versa. So just always pay attention to Bitcoin, do your technical analysis on Bitcoin, and then get into this XRP. But I wanted to bring this to you as soon as possible, guys. It is 8:28 a.m. Eastern time right now, and it is February 5th, 2020. God bless you all, guys. Take care.